it will enable higher level of interaction in the system generation rather than the SDLC what you are going to practice. So many facets of SDLC will be guarded in by the computer, and it will offer you the services so that you want to say, these are some of my requirements. It will interact with you, it will understand the requirements and get you to the design phase. And design phase also will be aided. Several slides are there, some of them are not shown here. SDLC will shrink to system definition and function test. And function test also computer will do. We have to approve or disapprove it. That's the main job. When you are constructing something, the masons will be there and the supervisors will be there. If you are an architect, what do? You go there and they make it. Sometimes you approve it, sometimes you don't approve it. The don't approve the portions will be reconstructed as per the requirement. So your job is actually more governing job rather than rudimentary labor job. So you can see this circle in which we will go. Okay, we will system definition we will create, autonomous system generation will take place. Autonomous functional testing and total testing will take place. Auto analysis will be the result, and then you will be giving a feedback that the cycle repeats by the machine. So the speed with which software units or software systems will be created will be incredibly fast. What are the challenges? More and more automatic software generation systems are coming up. Bits and pieces at least, transferring the non-creative jobs to machines. That means repetitive jobs what we do. Writing a code, a module, again and again and again we have to write those things. Okay? If we can describe the module, it should be created properly. Monitoring the output from them is a challenge. When the machine starts doing what, it requires very good cross monitoring so that we understand the machine is doing something useful. One of the solutions is interactively design the system. Now, the whole thing of entering the things, entering the code, or developing the specification of the screen, all those. If I tell something, it is done. And then I get an interactive screen by which we interact with the code what has been produced, or the system what has been produced. I will say the specification is not fully met. And I will be generating the feedback to them with those feedbacks taken into account, it regenerates and then gives to you. So it becomes an advisory position or a supervisory position for the human being. One of the solutions is interactively design. I have got diagrams and theory for it. The design phase is actually, it's all taken there. The design phase is allowed to evolve in an autonomously monitored mode to derive and adjust the internal quality to produce the best external quality like reusability, maintainability, and defect tolerance. Research in RIIC, Bangalore, India has found the metrics of the OO design which would help in the design mode. This was given in Lyon, France, so the emphasis on the center idea. So defects and testing. This is another area where the money goes. The number of defects what you handle in a company is a measure of its success and failure. We will not get into the details of it. The changing strategies we will look into. Identify all the defects before the system is delivered is the motto for every company. Otherwise it cannot sustain. That does not mean that there are defects coming from the field. And to deal with them, the defects coming from the field, to deal with them, my expenditure is 100 times than I can deal within the company at the early stages of the software development. But should we wait for the whole work to be finished, then only start the defect search and test. This is some question which will enable you to think the software engineering what you have studied. Okay? You will be studying the design, implementation, and testing, the sequences you would have learned. But there are problems in it, and we are under the transformation, not necessary. We can do the inspection at various stages, and defects can be detected before testing starts. And defect inspection at requirements, design, audit, and then testing. This we have emphasized, and from this college, from a corner of the building here, the world has accepted two measurement systems. That is the depth of inspection and the inspection performance metric, which may percolate in the world over a period of 2 years. And you will see the rooms and buildings or the structures where the software is developed in the Bangalore domain. They will be using these metrics to measure and satisfy the clients who are coming and orders to them. It's not far away. Final achievement. How to design interactively and reducing the defects, achieving maintainability, reusability, and contain defect proneness to the desired level. Conventional scenarios are there. Test cases will be there, test set strategy will be there, run a program with the test data, compare the result with test cases, then test reports will be created. Okay? So it will involve test case designs, test data preparation, the program execution with data, compare the output with the test cases, then you have got all the things what you have studied. The black box, white box, integration testing, regression testing, things like that. What would be the scenario tomorrow? Not tomorrow, over a period of 10 years. Fabulous. This is the pattern. Transformational software development. Autonomic planes will be dealing with 2 channels of development. The upper one requires the way in which you think, and the bottom one is actually the creative machines, intelligent machines monitoring and producing the steps. Requirements, there will be a defect filter with cognitive properties. What you have done in the past it knows, and it will work over the requirements. It will pump the design out of it, and you will interact there also. And the defect filter will be there in the design, which may not be highly cognitive, but highly structured. Then, implementation will be there. There also, you will be supported by the autonomic plane. Autonomic systems means very, very intelligent, creative machines looking after the development. And then, even then, when the implementation comes, it produces defects here and there, though I have run rigid filtering steps. And those defects will be monitored by software microvalues. They are like the immune system of your body. Those intelligent systems will go through the code and detect anomalies there, and it will eat up that. And it will repair it and show you the code. You may not know it. And you come to the objective testing. And testing is not for the defects of the code. Today's testing is very, very primitive. I have told the industries. Probably have to go to US and implement it, otherwise these people will not know. Okay, objective testing will contain defects management, the functions management, and the customer management. Today testing does not contain these things. There is no customer management in it. Of course, up to functions they sometimes go. Okay, a combined unit, a combined paradigm of defects management, functions management, and customer requirement management is the test domain which will come tomorrow. And when the upper one is the stream which you can see, the lower one will be working in the subdomains, which is invisible in the network of the software company, which is highly database oriented, very highly creative. This will distinguish from company 1 to company 2. This area, but this will not be visible to the human being who walks in. How do they go? Interactive estimations will be there over the requirements. And then autonomic structural analysis will be there, what it produces, what it does. And then property metric evaluations will be there over the design. That will be enabling for the feedback. Design feedback and pre-design systems will be enabled. If things go wrong, you cannot go to the next stage. People will be called in and asked to review it, approve it again and again. And then, who is doing it? Not by employing 10,000 people there. It is done by maximum 10 to 20 people. Large software development. And then, defect mapping with topological defect classification, which also I am there in the patent. This is under the process. And the defect will be mapped across the software what I create. Inside, there are planes of cleavages of the software where it is getting in. Human interfaces, computational interfaces, object interfaces, and inheritance interfaces. There are different structures in which a software will be live. and this will run through those plates inside. If it is a cubical structure, the dot will move through that, like you can see a dust in water, or when you boil the water for making tea, you put leaves into that. The flight, a simple leaf is taken through that, you can imagine. It will go everywhere it is boiling, isn't it? So like that, these things will be going. That is in correlation with defect microfragments. That will have a defect matching with TDC. It will eat up and then put it into TDC classification. So the code will be clean and made healthy before it is actually given to the, not to the user or the customer, to the engineer who is developing. So the struggles today, the mass population of 100,000 doing today, it will be transferred to the machines, and the machines will make the software. And you will be the supervisors and advisors to the machine. And that is the glorious era you can look forward to. Thank you very much. You are most welcome to ask some questions. Everybody has got a dream. That may not come to the world level because you are not exposed much. Think at world level and ask, will I be able to make the whole India making is only $50 billion? Who wants to make yourself making $50 billion? It requires courage and conviction of 21st century to think. You can think if you follow these principles. You require to have a massive computer system, which can be the cloud or can be the rail computing. And sit with that, you can create anything with intelligent systems. You can see my site, T.R.Gopalakrishnan.org. You can see my email there. Okay.